Welcome back to the Warrior Sports Network. I'm Brady Beedon here for the Locker Room Report for the final time here in the 2025 season. Locker Room Report brought to you by Henry Ford Health. And for the final time this year, head coach Tyrone Wheatley joins me. Coach, looking back at that Roosevelt game, obviously not what you guys wanted to do. First half just couldn't get really anything going. Roosevelt felt like they played with a lot of fire and emotion, and that carried over and it showed on the scoreboard. What did you take away from the game against Roosevelt?
Well, it's one of those deals where, like I say, they're at the point where they're turning it and we're growing it, right? But they play with a lot of passion. The game, our guys, to be honest with you, our guys came out flat, and it's one of those deals where they thought they were going to walk in with and win. So what do you say as the head ball coach? You tell them, like you always say, a wounded animal is the most dangerous animal, right? And but we need to play like that. But they came out; it was home game for them. They were riding high, and they got their game going.
So, I mean, again, it's hard to sift through and find some positives, but I thought the defense, at least in the first half, before it kind of fell apart, had put some nice stops together for you. Just, again, was out there a lot. What were any positives you took out of that game?
Well, once again, you're always looking for the positives, right? They always say it's not as bad as you think, right? But going again, our young guys. I have a bunch of young guys who are out there playing. Spate played well. Luke played well. Like, we have some young guys who was out there doing some good things. Offensively, same thing. We have some young guys doing some good things. We were down to our walk-on, fourth, fifth-string quarterback, and he threw the ball over and turned the ball over some. But when you look at it, he did what he was supposed to do. Played a pretty good game.
What did it mean for a guy like Dylan Kress to get those two late touchdowns? I know it didn't affect the actual outcome of the game, but it looked like he was growing, and it seemed like from the booth you said, all right, listen, I could pull him, but this is a chance for him to learn and grow. And he had a couple nice throws at the end. What did it mean for him to get a couple touchdowns at the end and see a little bit of a light at the end of the tunnel?
It's the pendulum, right? So like you said, we saw Dylan Kress grow right before our very own eyes, right? So to get those two late touchdowns, to give him confidence, because we still have one game left. We still need to depend on him. And so to pull him, and what does it do to pull him at that point? You're coaching not only just to coach for the next game, but you're coaching for what? The offseason. You're coaching. You're still building this thing. So although the season may not have gone the way we have liked it score-wise and number-wise, but you're still developing, you're still going. And I've said this countless a number of times. Every team in the GLIAC has had to go through this type of pain and this type of growth that I'm going through right now. But you have to continue to mature and grow these young men and put them in a place to succeed.
Here with head coach Tyrone Wheatley, getting ready for the Week 11 clash up at Northern Michigan, and a Northern Michigan team that's playing with a renewed sense of confidence. They've had some turmoil up there, but a 4-overtime win against the Davenport team that you know is pretty talented. They have 2 wins on the year. They're looking to make it a 3-win campaign. What can you tell us about this Wildcat team?
Well, just like it is, it's Wildcat, right? And they're a pretty surly team. And this offense, once you get this offense clicking, everybody knows this triple offense, triple option offense is hard to stop. Once you get those guys rolling and once you get them going, they get after you. They beat you up pretty bad and they get physical, and they were going to just chew the clock up. And so any hesitation, you blink, they're down the field in a hurry, and they're going to give it to you. And then when you look at the defense, basically everybody's seniors. They've all played together. They've all been together. They've grown such a close, tight knit. They know each other, and so they're playing really well together on defense. And so we're going to have to go in and really play a good game.
How do you ensure you guys don't come out flat after another long road trip, another senior day for another team, that you come out with more energy than at Roosevelt?
Well, once again, it's not so much as energy, it's just belief in what they're doing. And that kind of gives it to them. I can go in and I give the best pep talk. I can put the music on. I can rah-rah. But a lot of, like I say, there are certain guys that's just in and certain guys that's not. And we have the guys that's in them, and you'll see it.
Coach, how important is it for this one, last game of the year, to get a win, not only to end the season on the positive note, but to get one on the board in this season? What would that mean for the guys to win this final one and finally put one in the win column?
Well, no one wants to go, with the proverbial goose egg. Nobody wants to end the season with that. But we talked about pendulum, right? End the season on a win, getting the pendulum in the right moment. But then it's the momentum moving into the new year. Giving guys the offseason, giving them something to look forward to in the offseason.
Yeah, because I can speak from experience. I'm sure you can. The offseason feels a little different when you win your final game and that taste in your mouth was positive as opposed to losing the final one and you have to wait 9 months before you can do anything about it.
Well, I mean, either way though, right? You've seen teams that lost their final game and went, winless, and like you say, that taste sticks a long time, and then you really get to see who's who. As a coach, you get a chance to separate the guys who really truly want to be here. And like the team we're playing, you have guys that's been on that team for 4 and 5 years, and they've went years without wins. But they stood around, and look at what happened. So, not just comparing, contrasting, but yes, you would love to win. You would love to win that game. Hell, you would like to win all of them. But if you don't win this one, but you also have to look at it and say, what's the benefit in that, right? And we'd say don't waste, and you never waste adversity. You can't waste it.
So, Coach, what final question for you this year? What are the keys to going up and getting a win up in the Superior Dome, up in Marquette against Northern Michigan?
Stop the triple option.
I like it. Keep it simple. A lot easier said than done. But Coach, good luck, and hopefully you get the ride back downstate with a win and a fun final game for this team.
Oh yes, hopefully.
He's head coach Tyrone Wheatley. I'm Brady Beedon, and you're listening to the Warrior Sports Network.